Good morning, everyone. My name is Cristina, and welcome to Tuesday morning's Cancer Warrior Yoga class. So if I don't know you already, it's nice to virtually meet you, and I'm so glad you could join us. Today, we are going to be focusing on the throat chakra. So the chakras are just energy centers within our body, and we can channel them or bring our intention and awareness to them for a specific intention. And if you would like to receive my yoga emails, I send one out about once a week. So my normal Cancer Warrior students get that. I believe you can contact the National Training Center or the Integrative Medicine Department, and we can connect so you can get the same information. So the color of the throat chakra is blue. So if you wanted to be a yoga nerd like me and wear blue today, or have blue around you to just help cultivate that energy and that light. I have a little yoga assistant that may be wandering around here at some point. Her name is Laika. She's pretty preoccupied with a bone right now. So before we start today, make sure you have a blanket or some kind of pad if you need that for your knees, if you're going to be kneeling or on your knees. And then I was sitting up on a couple of blocks. If you don't have specifically yoga blocks, you can use, anything that's roughly this shape or size. Russian literature is a really good block. Let's see, I also have the Divine Comedy. Looks like it's going to be a good block size. And, just anything that helps to support you in your yoga practice. And remember, as we go along, and I can't see you, you're going to have to really listen to your body and make sure you're modifying and doing things safely and comfortably for you. So find a comfortable seat. I have relatively tight hips, so I'm going to be sitting up on these two blocks, and we're going to start in a cross-legged position. So start to bring some energy and awareness into your breath as you ground down. So your palms are going to be down just to start, so you can find that really nice upright spine. And start to think about the space that's just between your chest and your chin. So this throat area. And the color, like I said before, that rules the throat chakra is blue. So you can start to imagine a blue light, maybe just imagine a blue circle in front of your throat. And the throat chakra is about speaking your truth, speaking your integrity freely. It also helps with creativity and self-expression. So not being held back by, what is someone else going to think or do? And the other side of that is the ability to receive truth and to listen, right? Because you can't just always be speaking without listening. There's that giving and receiving quality to the throat chakra. One of my favorite throat quotes is, "It takes two to speak the truth, one to say it and one to listen." So, oh man, Little Wolf is really going to town on the bone. I hope that is not, that's not too loud. Let me show you what's going on here. Oh yeah. She's living her truth. Hard. But there should be a playlist that was accompanied this as well. So turn up that volume and drown out the sounds of joyous bone eating. All right. So now that you have a little bit of the background, close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and just trust yourself and trust this process. You've carved out this hour or so to be with me, to be on your mat, and just explore where it takes you. So exploring your creativity with all this movement as well. So in a gesture of openness, receptivity, and giving and creativity, turn your palms up. With your eyes closed, start to deepen your breath. So inhaling through the nose and opening your mouth and exhaling with a sound. So starting to connect to your voice. And that can be the figurative or the literal voice. So let's start with the literal, the actual vocalization of your exhale. And whether or not you're practicing with your family or if you're alone, don't worry, just let that sound out. Inhaling through the nose. Two more. Bring your hands to heart center, keeping your eyes closed. And touch your thumb to your heart space and gently lift your heart space into your thumbs. A gentle bow of the chin, starting to connect that throat and that heart area. So of course there is a connection between living and speaking and doing things freely and openly and the beating and the expression of the heart. So finding our intention of connecting to the throat chakra, and perhaps now bringing your own intention and dedication into this class. And then either out loud or in your head, you can repeat this affirmation if you like. I speak my truth freely and openly. I speak my truth freely and openly. Hands come down to your knees. Switch the cross of your legs. Let's just balance things out here a little. You may have a dominant side that you're always going to. We want to develop equilibrium in the body. Starting with some seated cat-cows. So inhaling, lifting the chest. Exhaling, rounding. Using your hands as leverage. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling, rounding. One more, just like that. Inhale. Exhale, pull the belly button in, round the chin, holding it here, and find some gentle rocks with the chin, side to side, opening the back side of the neck. Sitting up tall. We're going to find a modification on a breathing exercise that if anyone has done a Bikram class or an Ashtanga class, this connects our hands to our throat as we breathe. And, with this, make sure that you're just not putting any pressure directly on the neck. So when you look up, that you're not feeling any pain or pulling in your neck. You want to make sure you're protecting your cervical spine. So interlace your fingers, and whichever thumb you have on top, take notice of that. So that might be your dominant grip. So you're going to squeeze your hands together and place that entire unit of the hand underneath the chin. So it looks like this. Okay. So you're getting a little bit now tactile pressure onto your throat chakra. And you can stay seated how you're comfortable, but I'm going to move so that you can see what this looks like. So this is what it looks like from the side. As you inhale now, you're going to inhale and lift your elbows up by your ears. Opening your hands, putting pressure on the top of your chin, and then a little bit of a cow spine like we just did. Now you're going to exhale and pull those elbows down, rounding into a cat spine a little bit, pushing your chin into your hands. Inhaling, lifting up, shoulders stay down, frame your head with your arms. Exhale, press it down, round in. We're going to do 3 more. I'll do it from the side so you can really see. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, pulling down and in. Tuck that chin. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Biggest breath yet today. Expand those wings. Open the side body. Exhale, rounding down. So we've already started to find some connection to the breath, some opening in the body. Let's inhale, lift our arms up overhead, look up at your hands. Exhale, gentle twist, right hand comes back behind you, left hand to your right knee. Sit up tall, look back, turn your head, feel your neck stretch. Looking back behind you. Look back with your eyeballs too. Stretching your optic nerve. On your next inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, pull your belly in, find a little more of a twist. And then come back to center. Sweep those arms up one more time. Look up. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind your back. It's kind of touching my block. As you inhale, you find length through your spine. As you exhale, you're twisting through the core and allowing your head to look back, finding that stretch through the right side of your neck. One more inhale, grow tall. Exhale, look back, ring out through the belly, look back with your eyes. And then inhale, come back to center, sweep your arms up and overhead. Hands come down through heart center. So let's touch into that intention again. Affirmation. I speak my truth freely and openly. Coming off the blocks now, we're going to come into a little bit of a mermaid sit. So I like to start from a kneeling position, but if this is too much on your knees, you can really just come onto your right hip. So kind of like, I don't know, Lorelei, siren, mermaid, mermaid position. And you're going to place your right hand down firmly onto the mat. If that feels like it's really far for you, you can put it down on a block too. So placing that hand down, we're going to find the side body again. Lift up, look up. And feel that length through the left hip, the left side body, and the left underarm. Really finding energy and reaching. If it's okay on your neck, you're looking up and underneath that left armpit. You can bend that elbow to come down a little deeper if you have the space. One more inhale, reach out of that body, and then exhale, sweep the left arm down and around. Plant it right next to your left hand. Push through your right hand. Push through both hands, and then just twist towards the front of your mat. Pulling the belly button up and in, twisting. Again, a little twist through the back side body. So continuing that motion around, you're going to be off your mat with your hands now. That's okay. Finding your quadruped kneeling position or crawling position. And we're just going to do 2 rounds of cat and cow. So inhaling, dropping your belly. Lift up, look up, open the throat. Exhale, tuck your chin in, rounding through your back. And again, inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, round. Walking your hands back and finding that kneeling position. or come just right away onto your left hip into that little mermaid sit. So grounding down, you want to think about your right hip coming down towards the mat even though it's not touching. Your left hand is nice and stable towards the back of your mat. Being mindful of your left shoulder, don't let yourself crash into that. So pressing through there, lifting up and over, and finding length through that right side body. As you inhale, lifting up. And as you exhale, just sinking into that posture a little more. And you can always bend your left elbow if that feels okay. Making sure your chest is dialing towards the ceiling. And on your next exhale, sweep it down and around. Right hand grounds towards the left hand, like you're at the back of your mat. And then push through those hands. Twist the torso towards the back of the mat. Pull your belly button up and in. And then walk those hands back, forward, into your quadruped position. So if you're starting to feel a lot through the knees with that pressure, that's the time that you can put that blanket or a towel rolled up underneath your knees. We're going to do 3 more cat-cows. And as you lift up into your cow, think about that blue light through the throat. Think about creativity and expression, all these things that hopefully, if you have some time at home, you're getting to connect into. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the head and the tailbone, cow pose. Exhale, push through the hands, round the back, tuck the chin, cat. 2 more, inhale, lift up, look up, even with the eyes. Exhale, curl and round in. Inhale and lifting up, look up. Exhale, rounding it in. Pull your belly button up and in, and let's hold it here for another inhale. Feel your back body expand, the wings of your scapula may be separating. And then walk your hands back onto your knees, and we're coming into a kneeling position. If this is too much pressure, this hero's pose, use blocks, books, pillows, anything you need to lift your hips up and away. So that's taking a lot of pressure off of my knees. And you can even have your blanket or towel roll underneath there too. So just a gentle lymphatic stretch of the neck. So you're going to take your right hand, and your right hand is going to go right by your collarbone. This particular yoga top is not ideal for this, but you want your hand on your skin as best as possible, so it's going to be a stretching. You're going to take your left hand and press it energetically down towards the mat as your right ear comes towards your right shoulder. So you're facilitating the stretch through your right neck, the left side of your neck, with your right hand. So making some circles right over that collarbone, stimulating the lymphatic nodes around the neck, the shoulder, the chest. And start to find some freedom, some creativity, and see what feels good for your body. So looking up, maybe that opens the front side of your neck a little more. That feels better for you. Or maybe tucking the chin towards your right shoulder. Just 3 more here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Don't forget about that left hand, pushing it down. Good. Bring it, let's clear it out. Sweep both arms up and overhead, maybe a little bit of a back bend now using your core. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Left hand comes onto the right collarbone. Right hand reaches down towards your mat energetically. So if you're closer to the mat in that hero's pose without the blocks, you may actually even be touching your mat. But if you're not touching your mat, push it down. So then your left ear goes towards your left shoulder, big stretch through the right side of the neck. Like I even Feel it all the way up into my ear. Feels great. And then with that stretch, you'll find those circles, opening up those lymphatic nodes, that energy space on your throat, on your neck, on your chest. So reaching down with that right arm, and then play with the directionality of your neck. It may feel different or better on this side to look up or look more down. So just play with it. It's your body. You're living in it. 3 more. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, pull your belly in. Last one. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Maybe a little bit more of your back bend, heart towards the ceiling. And then hands come down through your heart center, touch into your intention. Heart lifts to thumbs, thumbs press into the heart space. Roll over your knees off of your blocks. You're going to put your blocks at the top of your mat. If you utilize a chair for your modified sun salutations, grab that now. I'll do the first one on a chair, with a chair. So a stable, no armchair is best. So that'll go at the top of your mat. So we're going to move through a couple of funny variations today. So if you haven't done a full chair class of mine, there are a few available on my YouTube channel, so we can connect to do that. But with this Cancer Warrior class, we're cultivating a little bit more movement and connection to the throat chakra. So there are modifications. Just listen to your body, and if something doesn't feel right, just pause and just reach out to me, and we can find a way to modify that for you. So coming to the top of your mat, your toes are touching, your heels are slightly apart. Pull your belly button up and in and tuck your tailbone underneath of you. So finding this strong foundation of our mountain pose. Palms are shining forward towards the front of the mat. And that lift that you felt in your chest when your hands were at your heart, feel that there. It's not huge. It's a little energetic. Shoulders come down and back. And inhale, lift your eyes up and overhead. Palms touch. Exhaling, pulling them down with resistance to your heart. Now find that thumb and heart connection. Lift up. We'll find our affirmation one more time. This time modifying it, saying, I choose to speak my truth freely and openly. One more time. I choose to speak my truth freely and openly. Sweep the arms up and overhead. We're coming into a forward fold. So your hands can come to your chair or to your block. And let your body just sink. This is the first connection we're getting to our back and to our hamstrings. So make sure you're nice and supported here. So bending your knees if you need to. With your next inhale, push through the blocks or through the chair, halfway lift. And then exhaling, folding. We're going to step back with our right foot. Step back with your left foot, coming into a high plank position. So this is modified either with your hands on the mat or your hands on the chair like mine. And then push back into your first downward facing dog. So maybe adjusting your feet, softening your knees, and finding that big stretch through the shoulders, through the chest, pulling your belly in to protect your low back. So contracting all of those abdominal muscles. As you inhale, pulling energy through the hands, and as you exhale, maybe sinking a little bit further down. Coming back forward into your high plank position, pulling the belly in. Step your right foot forward and your left foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold.
Soften your knees, rounding up nice and slow, like you're dragging through honey or molasses. Hands hang, head hangs. And then snapping right into that strong mountain pose, finding that energy. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up and overhead, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Connect to your intention this time. Continuing down into your forward fold, hands to the chair or to the block. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, fold. Lifting up, step your left leg back, right leg back, finding your plank position. And then bring it back to your downward facing dog. Reaching the hands onto the chair, softening the knees. The tailbone tips up towards the ceiling a little bit, and you'll feel that engagement more through your back and the top part of your hamstrings probably. Inhaling, coming forward into modified plank pose. Holding it here for a breath. Feel your strength. Step your left foot forward, right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soften your knees, let your hands hang down, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Find that strong mountain pose. Hands come to your back. We're going to find a gently supported back bend, like they're in your back pockets. Inhaling, lifting the chest, lift up, look up. Again, blue light or energy can be visualized shooting up and out of your throat. And then pulling, tucking your chin in, standing up nice and tall. Sweep your arms up and around. Hands to heart center, coming right back down, forward fold. Hands to the blocks or to the chair. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling down, bending the knees if you are doing the full plank variation. Right hand back to a high runner's lunge, left foot back. So remember, you can still be doing this in the chair. If you need to drop your knees for the plank pose, that's beautiful too. Pulling your belly button up and in, finding that strong engagement. Then start to walk your hips up into that downward dog. So weight is through your thumb and your index finger on your hand. Your heels are pressing down towards the mat, but they may not be there yet. Hips are shooting up, and you can get as much bend in your knees as you need to keep a long, flat slope in your back. Pressing your heels down. Coming forward into your plank pose again. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, folding. Softening the knees, hands graze the mat, and then slowly round up, one vertebra at a time. When your head reaches the ceiling, snap into that mountain pose. Feel energy out of your hands, feet, head. Sweep your arms up. Look up. Hands down through heart center. One more time on the left. Forward fold. So hands to the chair, block, or mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. If you're coming into that full plank variation, hands ground down to the mat so your knees bend. Your left leg steps back. Your right leg steps back. Maybe grounding your knees or holding wrists, elbows, shoulders stacked in alignment. Belly button pushes up and in. Push back through your hands. Find your full down dog, whatever that means for you and your body today. Feeling a widening through your sits bones, stretching through the arms and the shoulders and the armpit. Breathing here. One more inhale. Exhale, sink those heels down a little further. And with your next inhale, come forward into your plank pose. Step your left foot and your right foot. Hands to the blocks, the mat, or the chair. Halfway lift. Exhaling, folding. Bending your knees a lot. We're going to bring our hands to our hips and find a chair pose. From here, opening up into goalpost arms and then tip open, look up. Find that little bit of a back bend, that cow back. And then exhaling, hands to heart. 2 more times like this. If you're feeling a lot in your legs, you can straighten them a little, but try and keep in that chair pose. Exhale, palms together around. 1 more, maybe sink a little deeper, weight in the heels. Inhale. Exhaling, rounding. Now with energy, sweep the arms up and around as you straighten your legs, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to move through a bit of a warrior sequence here. So I'm going to do it with the assistance of the chair. And if you know the full variation, please feel free to listen to your body and do that. Sweep the arms up and overhead, hands touch. Down through heart center. Loudly say that affirmation. I choose to speak my truth freely and openly. Sweep the arms up, forward, fold, bend the knees. Halfway lift and fold. With your hands on the chair, step your right foot back into a high runner's lunge. So you're on the ball of the back foot. Long line. Hands now transfer up to the hips. Tucking your tailbone up and under. So just like we did in that chair pose, open up into a goalpost shape. Nice and open through your heart, through your throat. Tip that whole shape back. And then exhaling, pulling it back in. This is a bit of a balance challenge, I know. So have some grace, some humor with yourself. If you fall out, no worries. Just come on back. 1 more. Inhale, open up. Exhaling, back together. Hands to your hips. Flatten that foot now. We're finding our warrior 2. I know I'm not facing you. But sweep, creativity here. Open that arm wide. And now your left hand shoots forward. So soft warrior 2. Hips are open towards the right side of your mat. And you're looking over your left fingertips. Energy through there. Good. Right hand to right hip. Flip your left palm up. Lift up. Peaceful warrior. And then exhaling. Coming that hand, bringing that hand right back to the chair. Right. The hand sweeps around, coming into your runner's lunge. Bring weight into that left foot, and then see if you can hop forward with the help of your hands to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhaling, lifting up. And exhaling, forward fold. Let your hands hang. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Back down to heart center. We're going to find the left side now. So sweep the arms up. Hands ground down onto the chair. Step your left foot back now into a high runner's lunge. So remember, your feet are not on a tightrope. It's more of a train tracks. So separate them. This is going to give you a little bit more balance. Hands come onto your hips. Come up nice and tall. So I'm not as deep into the lunge this time, but my front knee is staying above my left ankle, never forward of that. So hold that there. If you want a deeper lunge, you step back further with your back foot. Sweep the arms into that goalpost position, opening through the chest. As you inhale, tip that whole shape back, a little back bend, opening through the throat. Exhaling, hug that shape together, palms touch, forearms touch. Inhale, opening up, lift up. Exhaling, bringing that shape together. 1 more, you've got this. Open up,
Feeling the heat, and then bringing it back in. Hands to hips, right foot comes down so that the edge of your left foot is parallel to the back of your mat, bending into that left knee, turning your hips so that they're really square to the left side of the mat, and then opening your arms out nice and wide into that strong T shape. So same principle with that front knee. It's never in front of that front ankle, looking over the right middle finger. Left hand to left hip, flip that left palm up, lift up, look up, peaceful warrior. And now gracefully, with whatever creativity or flourish you want to bring, right hand back down to your chair, onto the ball of your back foot. Use your hands to help you spring forward to the front of that chair. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, folding. Softening the knees, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last, palms come into that strong mountain pose. We're going to repeat that with just one add-on. So sweeping your hands up and overhead, hands down through heart center. Now just in your mind, repeat to yourself, I choose to speak my truth freely and openly. Palms come down to your supporting surface, head hangs. Inhale, halfway lift. Right foot steps back into your high lunge. Find that good form in the legs while you're still supported with your hands. And then come up to hands to hips. Sweep the arms just one time here. Open up. Palms, forearms touch. Wiggling is okay. And now sweep yourself gracefully, or however you want to get there, into your warrior two. Find your peaceful warrior, right hand to right hip. And now straighten that front leg. Good. We're going to come into a goddess squat. So I'll come into it from this position, and then I'm going to face you so you can see what's going on. So your front foot is going to turn to the top right corner of your mat. So it's like a 45-degree angle. And then your right foot is going to do the same. So you're kind of duck-footed, I guess. And then you're squatting a little bit into those legs. So that can look like whatever your body is up for today. It could be this. It could be this. It could be this. I don't encourage going in and out of them because then you're doing a lot of squats. If your butt wants to do that, good for you. All right, so your knees are tracking over your toes. So if you don't have a lot of external rotation in the hips, you want to bring the feet in a little bit more. So I'm going to face you now, but you stay facing whichever direction you are. So in your goddess squat, hands are going to come onto your thighs. And you're going to push through your arms so that your shoulders are away from your ears. And we've done this in class before, and I know everybody loves it when we're in a group and we get to look ridiculous, but now you're at home. And you can be as expressive and loud and weird as you want. So you may start to be feeling your legs, and I'm distracting you, you're holding you in this squat, and that's okay. Come out of it a little bit if you need to. Hands just come up a little bit higher. But see if you can hold that, feel that connection with the legs. You're grounding in through your feet. Your heels are rooted. You're going to push through the hands and inhale a little bit up so your chest lifts up. And then as you exhale, we're going to find a lion's breath. So you stick your tongue out, you cross your eyes, and you make a loud sound. Ha! And that was, whoo, it's weird when you're doing it alone. But that's cool, because we're expressing our truth and our creativity, which is weird lion's breaths. Like this right there, looking at me like, what the hell? All right, we're going to do that 3 times. All right, so push through your hands, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, last one. Yeah, woo, let it all go. All right, let's turn back around.
You can straighten your legs. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome for the butt. All right. And we're going to come back into our warrior 2 feet. So your right foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Left foot dials back down. Opening up into your warrior 2. We'll find a dancing warrior for 3 breaths. Flip your palms up. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Lift up, look up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, back down. Last one. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, back down. And then right arm sweeps forward. Find your supporting surface. Come onto the ball of the right foot and hop it forward. Forward fold. Inhale, lifting up, looking up. Exhale, folding. Bend the knees, release the hands, round up 1 vertebra at a time. Mountain pose. Sweep the arms up and overhead, palms touch. Hands down through heart center. Just pause for a moment, your intention. Bending all the way down, finding your high crescent lunge. Remember, just 1 breath here. Come up. Open up to a goalpost shape. Exhaling, forearms and palms touch. Left foot, comes into your warrior 2 position. And then gracefully open it up, warrior 2. Holding it here. Flip your right palm up, left hand comes to your hip, reaching up and overhead, peaceful warrior. And then find that goddess squat. Yeah, we're doing it again. So right toes come to the diagonal, left heel comes in, and then maybe you come deeper this time into more of like a horse stance. Your hands are supporting you, but your shoulders aren't squooshed up to your ears. You're up here like this. And if you're really close to the hip joint, you can get a little bit of traction through the spine. Inhaling, lifting up. Open the mouth. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale. And let it go. Straighten the legs. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Find your warrior 2 to the front of the mat. 3 dancing warriors. Palms flip up, lift up, look up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhaling down. Inhale, lift up, look up. And then with flourish, right hand, left hand to your supporting surface. Follow the back of the left foot comes up and spring forward. Toes touch, heels fall open. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Soften your knees, rolling up 1 vertebra at a time. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Hands down through heart center. Left hand to heart space. Right hand on top. Feel your heart beating. Use your breath to regulate that heartbeat. So slowing your breath. That was a lot of energy and activity today. So we're going to come and wind it down. But right now, use your breath, use your energy to help deregulate that heart rate. So slower breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. 2 more. Last one. So we're going to make our way onto our backs. However you want to get there. If you know you need your blocks for this, bring it there. If you want a pillow or a towel or anything for your head, you can do that too. So hugging your knees in while you're on your back. Pulling them in towards the chest. If you can interlace your fingers, do that. Finding a gentle rocking. Your heart rate may still be elevated. So keep with that slow, gentle breath. Keep the right knee hugged in. If you have knee pain from the pressure here, you can always go underneath your calf muscle, and you can bring your left foot flat, or you can start to straighten it. But if you straighten it, feel that you're still having engagement through that left foot. So hugging that right knee in towards your chest, maybe bring it out and around more towards your right armpit. Wind removing pose. We all know why it's called that. Stimulation to your abdominal organs, your ascending colon here. And now take your left hand, use it to slowly guide that knee over to the left side. If you're not able to reach, your block is handy right there. You can let your right knee rest on that block, or it can come all the way down to the full twist. Your right arm is going to extend to the right top of your mat, looking towards that space. Connecting in towards your breath. Maybe noticing your throat space here. What's it feeling like? Can you still imagine that blue light, that blue energy? Coming back, hugging that knee in. Bring your left knee back in to meet with it. Maybe you feel a difference now that you've stretched the right, not the left. So we'll do the other side. So your right foot can ground down and hug in, or you can straighten that right leg, making sure you maintain energy through the right foot. Pull it up and in. Hugging it nice and tight. If you brought it out and around towards the left armpit, do that again this time. A lot of arm strength here, so make sure you're not over tensing through your jaw or your shoulders. Just using really your biceps and your grip strength here to hold that in. All right, hand now brings that knee out and around, and again, you might have your block there to help support you. Left arm reaches up towards the corner of the mat. Breathing through the entire torso, so filling the chest and the belly. Twisting like this helps to stimulate your lymphatic system, particularly in conjunction with deep breaths. Hugging that left knee back and in, right knee comes back to meet it. Gentle rocks if that feels good. Extend both your heels up towards the ceiling. So it could just look like a bent knee position. If you can straighten your legs, you can straighten them. Just a minute in this gentle inversion. Your hands can support you. We're starting to wind down, so just let your feet flop. If you're straightening your legs all the way and your feet need to stay engaged, that's okay. But just make it soft. Rock side to side over your sacrum, that little triangle bone at the base of your spine. And as you start to rock yourself, let it really sink as if you're rocking yourself to rest, to sleep. So maybe now your shins start to come a little more parallel. They start to drop, heels towards the mat. And then really, really feel a heaviness in your body. So now your feet are maybe grounded down, but you're still rocking your knees, your hips. And allow that to slowly bring your legs into a straight position. Hands can be at your side or on your hips. And then here you are, if it's okay for your back, with your legs straight. And then you're feeling just a little bit of a wiggle. So now wiggle yourself into what feels comfortable and supportive. Remember, if your blocks are handy, or your Nabokov or Russian novels, your Dante, you can put that under your knees and give yourself a little bit more support for your low back. Towel rolls or couch pillows are nice for this too. So bringing your hand, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and then open the chin up a little bit for this variation. So we're going to come back to a neutral position for our full Shavasana, but opening the throat here. So feeling your right and your left hand move as you breathe. But bring your mind's eye to your throat space. That place between your chin and your heart. And imagine that blue light emanating from you. That energy that is your freedom of expression, your truth, your individuality, your creativity. Taking a moment to recognize that this also means the receptivity of everyone else's truth and creativity. And finding that balance there. So one more time, either in your mind or out loud, repeat the affirmation. I choose to live my truth freely and openly. Tucking your chin in so your cervical spine is neutral. Your palms are up towards the sky in an open, receiving manner. Tucking your shoulder blades underneath of you so your shoulders aren't up towards your ears. And finding this restful posture. A place where you can find peace. Noticing any thoughts that come through your mind. Just accepting them and letting them go. Giving yourself just a few more moments to be here and to just be. You're welcome to stay resting in Shavasana as long as you like. Perhaps connecting to what it means to you to live and speak your truth. Perhaps connecting to some super awesome Pinterest idea that you want to be creative with. Just allowing yourself to go into that space. It can be scary. But recognizing that you need to start first by not judging yourself, and then others will follow. If you're ready to start moving, remove your blocks, anything that's supporting you. And find your way into fetal position on one side or the other. It doesn't matter. You can use your bicep as a pillow. And just resting here for a moment. Feeling your body come down from all of that movement. And then the rest. And now coming back into your day. Pushing yourself up if you're ready to a seated position, either cross-legged or hero's pose. Remembering you can always sit on a block. It's like, look who's here. Sweet girl. If you got some loving animals nearby, give them some love. And then hands come to your thighs in that open, receiving manner. Expressive. Feeling yourself surrounded by all this blue light, this energy, this freedom of expression and creativity. Breathing it in and sharing it with the world. I'm so glad you could join me for practice today. It was great to virtually flow and express with you today. So we'll end class as we always do.
Hands come to heart center. The light, the love, the creativity and truth in me sees and honors the light, the love, the creativity and the truth in each and every one of you. Namaste.